One thing that I don't think most people don't realize when they're starting out in their career is the extent to which emotionality, extent to which being okay with your imperfect self, extent to which acknowledging that you do have limitations is so important to who you are and where you go in your career, but also to how you feel about yourself and what you actually accomplish in your life. So if you don't know me, I'm Professor Dave Massac. I'm Associate Professor of Innovation Strategy and Entrepreneurship. And I created this whole Reciprocity Project to give back as much as I possibly can. There were so many people that helped me out that I wanted to pay the favor forward to help you out as much as I possibly can. So one thing that you'll realize is that as you grow older, nothing really changes that much with who you are as a person. You still feel the same way that you felt when you were 6, 7, 8 years old. You still have the same emotions. You still look at the world in a certain way. You still have trouble dealing with your emotions, and some people deal with their emotions in much more aggressive ways than others. Some people go inwards and some people go outwards. Some people like to project onto other people. Some people like to show that they are competing in this world, when in fact, none of us really are competing in this world. We are who we are. So what I think is important to all of us and to what we actually do in our life is acknowledging that we really are just human beings and we have a lot of imperfections. And it's how we deal with those imperfections. It's how we deal with the fact that we are bounded, that we don't have everything all together, that the things that we actually are trying to do are much larger than who we are as an individual, and how you process the fact that you can't do everything and that you'll never be able to do everything because we are limited and that you are imperfect is the solution to actually doing stuff in your life. So when you come to terms with the fact that we are imperfect, that we're going to die, that we have limited amounts of time in this world, that we do a really poor job of dealing with the fact that we have problems in our life, or the things that we perceive are problems, we see them as problems rather than opportunities. All of these things are very human. It's very much our humanity. And this humanity is the thing that either excels and creates opportunities and grows us in our careers, or it's the things that hold us back. It's the things that prevent us from doing the things that we can actually accomplish and achieve and do in our life. So if this is you, or you're feeling that you either are very inward at this moment, you're feeling really down on yourself and feeling not so nice with who you are as a person, or you're outward where you're being very aggressive and you're lashing out at other people and you're thinking that other people are the problem, that other people are the ones that are holding you back, or other people are the ones that are preventing you from getting something, or that you have to feel that you have to be part of a popularity game where the more attention you get, the better off you are. The more attention that you get, the more that people will actually like who you are. I need to tell you a secret. That secret is that when you start controlling these emotions, when you start acknowledging the fact that you actually have emotions, when you start believing that these emotions are real and saying they're not going to take control of my life. They are not going to limit who I am as a person. That's the time when you're actually going to change deep down inside, and that's when things are going to start coming together. I know as a person that I have a lot of flaws. I know that I get inward in myself, that I start feeling down about who I am, that I'm not going to be able to do something, that, I'm not smart enough, that I'm not fast enough, that I'm not popular enough, whatever it is. I know personally those feelings right now, those things are very real for me. Those are things that I deal with on a regular basis. But I also know that those things are me. And as I come to terms with being open with the fact that occurs, that, yeah, I'm never going to have, as an academic, as a researcher, I'm never going to have the publication record as somebody else. I'm never going to be as financially successful as somebody else. I'm never going to have the looks as somebody else. Look at those. Look at that. Look at these hairs. They're all falling out. Look at that. I'm never going to be the person that I believe I am in my head. But the more that I realize that that is me and that's okay, the more that I actually am able to speak about this and be okay with it, and be real, and be authentic, and connect with you, and acknowledge my humanity, just like you can actually do this at this moment. And realize that you do have limitations, you're imperfect, and you're going to struggle with those limitations for the rest of your life. So if there's one thing that I can tell you to do and take away from this video, is the secret, the one thing, the one hack, the one life hack that will get you further in life and change who you are, is actually acknowledging that you're imperfect, that you're not the person that you think you are in your head, that you are exactly who you are. I know it seems a little strange to say that, but when you acknowledge that you're imperfect, you have problems, that it's difficult to somehow deal with emotions sometimes, that it's troubling to see things in this world, that's when things start coming together in your life. That's when you acknowledge that you need to go get some help if you're not dealing with those very well. That's when you acknowledge that, you know what, it's okay to be me, whatever that me looks like. So yes, I'm never going to be as successful. I'm never going to be the person in this world that changes the world, or I'm never going to be that idealistic view in my mind. But that's okay. That's what life is about. Acknowledging with the fact that you're pretty awesome no matter who you are. And you're pretty remarkable with anything that you have done in your life. It's all hard. It's all challenging. It is a struggle. So whether you are 8, 20, 35, 65, 102, you're going to be dealing with the same struggles you deal with every day. And those struggles are real. They're part of who you are. But those are the things that make you who you are. And as you grow and develop you will know that when you want to actually grow and develop, it's actually embracing those weaknesses, embracing with the fact that you're imperfect, that you'll actually start making some positive changes in your life. Get out there and make those positive changes by first acknowledging that you're imperfect and that you're broken and that you're just perfectly good who you are being broken.